Today is July 18th, 2016. Yes, indeed, we are running out of 2016. I don't have a lot of time to waste because I'm hungry and I'm saving my dinner as a reward. I got turkey, I have grilled cabbage, soy sauce, rice. No, not from the freaking neighborhood, whatever. I'm making it myself. I digress. I want to talk about the intellect of the so-called constructed Negro who doesn't African American, which is like a myth. The faculty,
Queen Bree here.
Queen Bee, whatever the fuck. The faculty of reasoning and understanding objectively, especially with regard to abstract or academic matters. He was a man of action rather than intellect. That's like the black person. They go off into a direction. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and get with what I have here. Mm. I have a graph. When I talk about intellect, one thing that the Negro will not entertain is not the Negro. The socially constructed, low intellect, low information African American, and by them I mean I'm talking about my niece. I'm talking about my niece who I used to hold in my arms and try to encourage and so forth and so on. I was doing what I was supposed to do. I don't have any children, but I was like the favorite uncle. Now all of a sudden, I've discovered you can't read a graph. Low intellect. You can't deal with academic shit. You can't deal with facts. You deal with emotion and ad hominems. I don't have time. Look it up. Akarabi. I had a discussion with Akarabi. She looks like me. She sounds like me. You know, people make fun. I guess I have a lisp. I guess I don't give a fuck. I never asked you mugs for any rent money or help me with anything. I don't. I will not make a GoFundMe or put a donation button on my freaking thing. I don't need anything from you, mugs. I don't want to give you any credit for what I get. I just want you to be able to read a graph. Abortion, $15.5 million, 15.5 million. This has been published. AIDS, 245, 322. All right, 120 something theoretical police killings. You know what, man? Forgive me. You might want to turn this video off because I'm going to say something that some of you liberals who may listen and some of you, I'm going to say this. There is this constructed mammy motherfucker who has a daughter who looks like one of my nieces or nephews who I just love in the agape way. I'm not going to look up agape. I don't have time. But look it up. Agape. She maybe sees me as a father figure. I don't see her as a sexual potential. Neither do I see most women of any hue. They couldn't see anything wrong with this. My child molester nephew said, Robert needs to go to sleep. My name is Robert needs to go to sleep. It's like, you need to like learn how to like not molest your freaking niece, all right? If you can do the research, you can find out who it is. I'm being oblique. You will find more wrong with. I don't even care what this Negro has to say. Look at this. Look at this. And you got black people gangs. And what the problem is that police are killing black people all over the place. While the same motherfuckers like this. Okay, let me go into what this video is about.
And I want to talk about something very, very, very serious. To me anyway. Well, first of all, let me say my profession. I am a waitress. I'm a server. I work off tips, basically, and it's just something that's been really bothering me. I want to take this conversation in public, to the public, because it's just rubbing me well.
This is just a proving ground for how African Americans fuck everything up. I'm talking about the constructed one, the one that believes that they were slaves, the one that they believe that every white person is the enemy, that every black person is the enemy if they're not a certain shade or have a certain amount of money. I worked at the Georgia Dome. I worked at Turner Field in Atlanta. I worked at all the restaurants around town. And by all, I mean some. Front Page News, Brookwood Grill, Macaroni Grill. I went through. But before this video was made, I'm guaranteeing you, either I was ran out or I left. Because motherfucking, I don't want to wait on any black people. Not people like me. I don't care what your hue. But if you have etiquette, if you have savoir-faire, je ne sais quoi, if you have any type of like, but let me let her go on, because you know what? I figured this shit out like 20 years ago. Back in 1996 when I worked at Papa Do's, when it'd be like a 3-hour wait to get on the table, and the first thing a Negro want to know is, what do you have refills on? I said, Negro, motherfucking stupid ass. I don't talk to these mugs anymore. You could go across the street to the Gulf station and get all the free fucking refills you want. Why the fuck you coming here? Ugh. Go on.
And the question is, why don't black people tip? Really, I want to get some public opinions on this. I just don't understand. Like, okay, first of all, motherfucking black people, we're like the hardest to please. Not me, but in general, like, seriously, like, motherfuckers, do this, do that. I want this, I want that. What's wrong with my burger? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, and they're running around like a fucking slave. And they get up and if the motherfuckers tip, they $2-3. And it's like 5-6 of the motherfuckers that was at the table. You know what I'm saying? And it's just pronounced to me. It's like, why?
If I don't believe that slavery existed, it would have been impossible. I'm not going to waste time. I'm just want to show her frustration. Yeah, everything she's saying is true. I'm going to speed it up.
We gotta do every motherfucking thing. Call out order. Pick up food. Like, and y'all, this ain't what I wanted. This ain't what I wanted. And we doing all that, and y'all tip us a couple dollars. If y'all do tip. And I used to didn't believe the hype. They're like, you going down there in the hood, black folks don't tip. And I'm like, don't stereotype your own race. Like, I'm black, I tip. Like, you're silly. And, yeah, sure enough, black people don't fucking tip. And I'm at all here. Like, why? Like, why don't black people tip? Like, y'all can leave your responses in the comment section. Try not to, say anything too mean, because ever since I started being a waitress, I've had this like low self-esteem thing going on. But other than that, yeah, I want to know, why don't black
So we're going to request Ann,
That's about the loud and proud black women. Black people, these people like these that I'm talking about right here, just avoid them. July 16th, 2016, and I'm pretty sure you all can go to the calendar and just go outside and see what juncture we're in at the year. One of the main things is you do not, and this video can go on X amount of time.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Tommy Sotomayor. I gotta do this video because, well, something is trending on Twitter. Now, people were texting me telling me, look at your Twitter. A hashtag called #LoudBlackGirls is trending. So this is breaking news, nigga. Right now you see Loud Black Girls is not number 1, number 2, but number 3. At one point they said it was number 1. Now what does Loud Black Girls mean? Well, let me tell you what this one woman tweeted. Her name is America, whatever the crap. Fuck yeah. She wrote, and it says it right here, Amerikraut. Amerikraut says, if it weren't for Loud Black Girls, there wouldn't be a hashtag nor national conversation about cops killing your black asses. Well, black men, if you listen to and follow Loud Black Girls, you'll realize they take credit for anything. They attribute Loud.
In the grocery store, you see these, they're not handicapped except for in their mind, riding around in the handicapped buggies. You see them on the bus. These are personal experiences, bragging about upping the dosage of medicine on their boys. Sorry. These motherfuckers talk about doping their own children. I don't want to get to the point. There's some sad shit.
Girls to be ghetto and misbehave. Well, haven't you heard? Well behaved.
No, okay.
Hello,
This is T with SayItInLove.com. This clip that I'm about to show you should be a etiquette class for everyone to know how not to treat your wait staff when you go into a restaurant to eat. Take a look at this clip and I'll be back to give my comments.
We're back with the arrest of some unruly diners who police say sparked a restaurant riot. Officers say the group came into a popular eatery with a bad attitude and stirred up trouble. By the end of their dinner, fists were flying and 4 people were handcuffed. Team 6 anchor Keith Jones is live outside the restaurant in Coral Springs. And Keith, how did things get so out of hand?
Well, in a word, ignorance. Spoke with the police, spoke with the restaurant manager who didn't want to go on camera with us, and both believe that this group was looking to get a greatly reduced bill or have it taken care altogether. That didn't happen. And this is a respected business community here. Take a look. Beautiful on the outside, beautiful on the inside, so it's a wonder that a restaurant riot would happen here. Big Bear Brewing Company, an upstanding staple of the Coral Springs community. Unfortunately, last night it was an unruly group of 12 to 13 guests which acted.
Where there's 1, there's no fun. Where there's 2, you better run. Where there's 3, ask Big Bear Brewing American Grill Company. Don't go in these motherfucking corporate restaurants any fucking way, because the motherfuckers every fucking where. Learn how. I'll teach you how to grill. I'm gonna do some grill videos.
More like thugs than civil diners. The ringleaders, police say, led by 2 men and 2 women.
During the entire time they were eating, they kept sending food back, saying it wasn't cooked right, getting more food, and they do the same thing with drinks.
Perhaps it was a steady flow of cocktails that conjured up liquid courage. Once the check was presented, more complaints, at which time a manager reduced the bill. That's when a restaurant riot ignited.
Instead of actually giving her a tip for her hard work, they just threw the money at her as, I think it was change, maybe like 15 cents in change.
The waitress didn't accept the tossed tip. Indignance ensued. Feeling insulted, some of the party members followed the waitress into the kitchen, where another staffer intervened.
2 of the males attacked him by punching him with their fists until he fell to the ground, and they started striking him in the head with beer mugs. He suffered 13 staples to his head.
A reasonable person would think that was the end. Oh, no, it wasn't.
When they began to throw things around the restaurant, they were throwing chairs at glass partitions, they were throwing salt shakers at other waiters and waitresses. It was complete mayhem in that restaurant.
Uncle Robbie, I seen your video. Of course, I never graduated from anywhere, but I'm very smart. Smarter than you. I don't understand why you find a problem with abortions. Alright, you motherfuckers? Abortion leads the fucking league in the African American. But you motherfuckers out there protesting about criminals getting shot. Motherfuckers, I wouldn't fucking come if I was the police. For you motherfuckers.
Last night.
Guests started running from Big Bear like it was on fire. Police arrived and found at least 4 of the alleged callous culprits. Roosevelt Legary is charged with aggravated battery, simple battery, and assault. Claude Gowland, aggravated battery. Urasha Fonseca for aggravated assault, and Abby Thompson for obstruction. Coral Springs police say this is still an open investigation. More names have been produced, so more arrests and more charges could come forth. As for that restaurant staffer hit in the head with a beer mug, he's expected to make a full recovery. Live in Coral Springs, Keith Jones, NBC 6 South Florida.
These 12 or 13 people came in that restaurant with this preconceived notion, I guarantee you they probably did, that they were going to get a discount for their food or get a hookup, meaning get it for free. I've been around not just black people who do this, but whites, Hispanics, Latinos, Asians, etc. Been around people, especially in a corporate setting, that actually do this. And it's so embarrassing and shameful. And for people like that, I refuse to go out to eat with them. I'd just rather go eat somewhere else by myself or with other people that, act better than that. But getting back to my point, these 12 or 13 people went to this restaurant and got all this food and all these drinks, sent it.
Okay, well, there's 1, there's no fun. With there's 2, you better run. They ran me out of the business. If I went back in the business and I waited on some black women, they would get the fastest, slow fucking service they ever got in their fucking life. I'm glad I'm out of the business. I had a moment there.
Just pretty much have their wait staff just going back and forth, working them. And they tell them the food is not correct. Okay, they bring them out some more food, bring it out the way it's probably supposed to be, and now they're still complaining. So they get a discount, and then these Negroes are actually still complaining about the food. So I'm thinking, what do you want? Do you want the food for free? Probably they did. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is a business. They're in the business of making money. They're not in the business of giving away free food. If they give away free food or food at a discount all the time, they'll be out of business. Not only is it embarrassing that they came in there with that preconceived notion of trying to get a huge discount on food for free, it's also embarrassing that they tried to go into the kitchen, or they did, beating up the wait staff. Is it that serious that you have to, do bodily harm to someone like that? Then they actually go in and start throwing salt shakers and flipping over chairs and throwing chairs like they're some immature kids. Really? Is it that serious about your bill? That's dumb. This is one of the reasons why white folks dislike you and I and won't put businesses in our area, because they're so scared that people like that will come into their business and tear it up, and now they have to fix everything, and then they're going to pass on the cost to the customers. Stop doing that. That's so childish and immature. If you don't have the money to go to eat, don't, patronize that business. But the most egregious thing that they did to me was the tip, if you can call it a tip, that they threw at the wait staff, the 15 cents. Now, how is that in the world is that a tip? That's so disrespectful to the wait staff to have them going back and forth with you, getting you food, etc., etc., giving you a discount, and then you throw something at them. When it comes to tipping, I normally tip slightly above the standard 20% that a lot of people say you should tip. Whether I'm at a place like Benihana or a place like Saltgrass or Papados, that's just my standard of tipping. But I also know that a lot of people don't have money to tip, or that's just their theory. They don't want to tip. They feel like, no, your job should pay you a better salary and just include that tip inside the menu price. All of my life, I've heard this theory that black people don't tip, or when we don't tip well. That led me to do some research on my own, looking around the internet just for opinions from people that work in the restaurant industry as far as waiters and waitresses. And they shared some of their ideas about their clientele. Now, keep in mind, these are their opinions, not mine, and I'm just going to give you just the top 5 that just kept repetitively being said by each person. The first one was, they said, as far as the waiters and waitresses, they said that black people normally tip on average $2 to $3, especially on a large bill. The second one that kept coming up, a lot of people were saying that when black people come in to a restaurant and you're waiting a long time to be seated or waiting a long time to get your food, it's normally because they really don't want to wait on us, whether they're black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, because the last black person came in and either ran the wait staff and did not give them a tip, or just did not give a tip at all, regardless if they ran their wait staff or not. Another thing, top thing that the wait staff is saying is people not tipping the bartender. Another thing that they said was that if your server is not polite to you or is very disrespectful or not paying attention to you, politely get the attention of the manager, let the manager know, and ask the manager for a different server. That way you can go ahead and tip your second server rather than tipping the first server. And you can continue on with your meal as planned. And the last thing that kept coming up repetitively from these waiters and waitresses is that when you don't tip, they're taxed on their tips and they have to pay out of their pocket to tip the bussers. They also have to...
All right, motherfucker, this is the fucking deal. You stupid ass motherfucking black people. The waiter has got to pay 3+% for the glasses, for the water, the free lemons that he cuts. I'm not in the business anymore because you fucked it up. I don't care how much shit you put in the chicken salad. Nobody wants that part of the salad. And that's where these constructed Negroes are. They're and there are people who don't give a fuck about abortion, but they'll get mad about what I'm saying about this. Fuck them motherfuckers. I'd rather not be. I'm doing fine. I don't have a donation button.
The bartender, and they also have to tip the front staff, like the maitre d's and stuff like that, or the host and hostesses. It's called tip share or tip out. And a lot of people, as far as the research I did, they're kind of upset. But then there's also some consumers that's kind of upset because they feel like, man, I'm on a limited income, and why do I have to pay you a tip? Why can't I just come and eat? I would surely like to hear your opinions, whether you like to tip, or you do tip, or you don't tip. Which side of the line do you fall on?
We keep them in the hood. We tell them stop doing this, stop doing that.
Give him some play. Very nice man. He shouldn't have been sucking his teeth.
They feel like you're being combative. When you step to a young brother and he's sagging his pants or, gang banging, don't yell at him. Just step to him and talk to him.
Fuck them motherfuckers. Now this clip right here is the typical. I don't know what kind of motherfuckers these are. This must be Satan. Louise Cypher. Lucifer. Because you know what? Bitch wasn't around until the motherfucking black dude defended his fucking self behind these motherfuckers that jumped across the big ass counter. Fuck that bitch.
Thank you. Fuck out of here. The man is the pussy you want to. Anyway, mommy, I'm fucking you 100 grand girl pussy. And so much man right there in the ponytail.
Now, why didn't you say stop before that bitch jumped across the counter? Maybe because this is a fixed video. But it illustrates my point. Wherever you go, don't go into motherfucking fast food restaurants. Don't go any place that black women go. If you're motherfucking... There's nobody that is more discriminatory and more predatory to me than those fucking black motherfuckers. So-called black. I'm not black. I'm indigenous. In this thing. Look at this motherfucker. There's something wrong with the intellect of these motherfuckers, man. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm going to do another part of this video. I have so many videos I haven't uploaded because I was advised. Fuck you motherfuckers. Fuck trying to explain shit. Go to hell. Go to materialism. Go to medication, indoctrination. Go where you want to go. There's a higher ground. It won't be too long. Either I will do it by myself or we can do it together. But otherwise, good night. Good night.